So you are back with Songcatcher here on Radio Adelaide, on digital, online, and 101.5 FM.
I'm glad I know what I'm doing here now, Claire. Thanks for clearing that up for me.
Glad. And that's Adrian, Claire, and Clayton with our guest, Candy Q.
And we just heard a song from Candy Q that was, as we were discussing, quite different from the first song that we played. So,
very different material.
So you've just proved what you were saying, that you have quite a wide range of different styles there.
I'm quite often asked, what type of music do you play? And at first I used to say it's a rock, pop, bluesy, folk music.
and you covered every genre.
What?
With a bit of a banjo thrown in.
Yeah.
I thought it was kazoo, actually.
Kazoo. Actually, you never know. You might hear that on the future tracks.
Now, you started singing when you were younger.
Yep.
And you joined bands and you're doing cover band stuff singing, but you didn't play any instruments. So how did these instruments happen, keyboards and guitars?
Well, when I was probably about 9 or 10, I remember my mum sent me to some piano lessons, and I think, we got through 5 or 6 piano lessons and I learned how to read music, and she was also a singing teacher, so I used to hear her teach opera singers, and I used to start learning about pitch and that, but after a little while we couldn't afford it, so I stopped doing it. But about a year and a half ago, I said to myself, okay, do I want to do something with my music, or do I want to just kind of let it, wander off into the universe and do nothing with it? And I went to some guitar lessons, and I'm a very impatient student, and I want to, learn about power chords straight up, and I want to, teach me intermediate, don't teach me beginners.
There's a Guitar Hero thing you can get.
I have that game, and I'm a legend at it. No, I like to rock out in the Guitar Hero. But I went to a few guitar lessons about a year and a half ago, just to basically learn what tablature is and get some basic ideas, and then took it on myself to teach myself the rest. And it's been a running learning experience. So I pretty much taught myself everything that I know about writing songs and about music and about guitar work and about, prepping a stage and how to play live. And it's been one of those, like I said earlier, jumping in the deep end experiences.
But the catalyst to do that was because you wanted to make music.
I did, yeah. I knew that I had a voice, and I knew that music was a part of my soul, and it's something that I always kept going back to. And like I've had so many jobs in my life, and I've tried to find my place in each different one, and I've tried to be the corporate executive, and I used to have a really high paying job in Sydney, and I used to work 60 hours a week, and then I used to work in a winery, and then I used to wanted to be a midwife, and so I've had all these varied things that I wanted to do, and there was just nothing that really stuck with me, and each time I kept going back to music, and I kept going back to music. And then something clicked in my head one day, and I went, well, if I keep going back to it, why don't I just stick with this? Because it's the one thing that makes me feel complete and that makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing with my life.
And that's a very good lead into the next song you're going to play. Because
good segue.
Next song, great segue, because the next song is called Music Saved Me.
Yes.
We're really good at planning these things, aren't we?
Yes, I spent hours this afternoon lining that one up.
We were here for a while. No.
Look, I'm just going to play another one of those ad things while we set up the microphone ready for you to play.
Sure.
Now I've been everything once or twice, but history seems like a past life. Tried to find a place just for me, but nothing set me free. I've been an admin chick, receptionist, been a banker, man, a finance whiz, been a cellar dog girl, a paper boy, an executive in someone's store, but nothing saved me like music. Oh, nothing saved me like music. A little bit of jazz and rock and roll when you play your blues into my soul, 'cause nothing saved me like music. I've been everything once or twice. Even thought that I could be a wife with a little white picket fence and some scabby kids to drain my bank account. I've been a punk rock chick, a disco gal, been a groupie girl for all the boys bands, been a fitness freak, a lazy bum. But look at me now, I'm having fun. 'Cause nothing saved me like music. Oh, nothing enough to say my like music. Hey, go a little bit of jazz and rock and roll. Won't you play your blues until my soul goes? Nothing to say my like music. Oh, nothing to say my like music. Oh, nothing to say my like music. 'Cause you're there at every turn.
Saved.
Thank you.
Yes, bring out some gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of whoo whoo in there. When I was writing that song, I could really hear some big choir behind me.
Yeah, even just a laid back 2 or 3 gospel girls in the background swaying in the breeze.
Oh, just round them up.
What a pity you couldn't bring them
Line 'em up.
tonight.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking of.
And
you
we're
know,
really
a big
disappointed
house.
about that. We've got the space. There's
Sorry,
heaps of
maybe
space in the
next
studio. It's just like this TARDIS in here.
Sort
As much space as you want in
It
no
actually
time.
is quite big. I saw the swimming pool out the back and the tennis court, and I was quite impressed.
Yeah, we use them frequently.
So, this writing thing,
Yes.
nothing saved me like music.
It literally, when I started writing this song, I had a really emotional moment because I came up with the lyric, the chorus verse, "Nothing saved me like music," and it just kept going round and round.
So
and round
were
in
you
my
sort of
head.
falling off the planet at this time or something like that?
No, no, it's kind of more of a metaphor that music actually really did save me because, you know, up until a year and a half ago, I felt really, really lost, and I thought, what am I going to do? Like, do I keep continuing different jobs? Do I keep moving different places and running away, or do I actually try and do something that I know that I love? And when I started writing music and started performing, it was like I kind of stepped out of this cloudy movie and into my own life again, and that's why that music saved me is such a great metaphor for my life at the moment.
Very powerful
Very
thing to
deep.
think about.
It is. It's very powerful, and that's why I love writing music, because it can be such a powerful experience. And you know, I've had someone come up to me on Saturday night at a gig, and she said to me, you know, I had a stroke 5 weeks ago, and I didn't think that I would get up and be inspired by music or want to dance. And she was up the back and she was dancing her butt off, and she said, you know, you inspired me so much to want to sing again. Thank you so much for doing that. And, you know, if I can touch one person with my songs and, you know, inspire them in a way, or even for them to empathise in a way with my music or my lyric, then my job's complete. You know, I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for fame. I'm, you know, in it to make an impact on myself and you know, make everyone feel that they're not alone in the world anymore.
You clearly like performing live. Are you thinking that you'll stay doing that in Adelaide, or you plan to go over to New South Wales again, or Queensland? Or
I just want to play everywhere. Everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I don't care if it's, you know, a backyard pub in the middle of, you know, some outback town, or if it's, you know, a big capital city, or if it's New York, or, you know, it can be, you know, my friend's mate's, you know, backyard shed. As long as, you know, I'm performing, then that's what makes me happy. It doesn't matter where it is.
So it's sort of like combi dreaming?
Oh, maybe not a combi. Maybe a nice big space wagon van, you know, with the seats that turn around, you know, fold down TVs.
Yeah, go for that one.
You know, why have a combi when you can have a space wagon?
Bang it on your Visa card, it'll be easy.
Oh, I don't do credit cards.
Okay,
Good way to be.
that's the performing side of it. Now, what about recording? I hear that you've got some plans to put an EP together or something like
I
that.
know, it's actually a really exciting prospect for me. I knew that I wanted to record one day and get my music out there, and I was really stumped at, okay, how do I do this? You know, it's really expensive. How do I get the right people? And through a few people at the Gov, you know, with another band that I know, King Biscuit Time, a couple of the guys out of that band have really taken me under their wing and mentored me and helped guide me. And my partner for my birthday this year, he pretty much bought me my EP to record. So in the end of May, we're going to spend the weekend recording my EP, and then hopefully in June, July, we're going to do a massive big launch party for it.
So you've worked out the tracks and all that sort of
I
stuff?
have. I worked them out and then I changed them. and my friend Stephen said to me, he goes like, once you have your set list down, don't change it, stick to it. But then I started writing new material, and it just kind of fit better than some of the material that I had in the list already. So I changed it, and now we have to kind of go back and learn a few new songs. But, you know, because everyone's so talented that I'm working with, it doesn't really take them long to pick it up. And, you know, they just kind of get together and it's a really big jam session, and it sounds really good. So
And it's going to be a band thing. So you've got your musicians organised.
absolutely, I do. I've stolen their drummer.
Oh, the King Biscuit Time drummer, you
Yes,
mean, Paul?
yes, Paulie G. I've stolen Paulie G because he's a really good talent, and he's very respectful that he lets me have creative control over my work, you know, so that it's my work and it's not, you know, everyone else's work. And you know, he's got a lot of experience as well, so it's nice to have someone on board who, you know, does have that guiding experience and that can say to me, hey, how about we do this instead of that, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And Stan, my guitarist, you know, he comes into the rehearsals and he knows that I really like, you know, 1980s lead guitar licks. And so he'll sit there and he'll start ripping out these amazing licks, and I'll wander off into fantasy land, and then we have to pull ourselves back together. So it's a really great creative experience for me, and I'm learning heaps from them. So I'm hoping that that lovely vibe that we get when we rehearse can be put into the EP, and that my fussiness won't have us all on that second day going, no, let's change the tracks.
Well, I think there has to come a time where the tracks are fixed, but
Yes.
considering a May date, you're probably not quite there yet. But we better think about another track, I think. Some more music?
We've got a song called My Sunshine. Is that on the list for the EP? Or?
It is actually. This is a song that I wrote. This is a song I wrote for my dad. And I met my
big cheerio to your dad, who sent
Hi,
us,
Daddy.
he sent us an email here at Songcatcher saying, make Candy Q famous. Make her famous. And this email come in and we didn't know who it was from.
I knew instantly when you emailed me and said, oh, you've got a bit of fan mail. I thought, oh, that's my dad, any money. I thought, oh, well, it's very sweet, you know. It's really nice to have him back me and support me and, you know, wish the very best for me. But this is a song I wrote for him. We only met when I was probably 23, and he's like a little bit of ray and sunshine in my life. And the premise of the song is that I'll never let that sunshine go now.
So big shout out to dads.
And thank you for producing it, Dad.
And yes, My Sunshine.
Mama used to tell me stories of you. I never had imagined they would be so true.
Yes, all of us is probably a few more than 3 here in the studio. But we'll get onto that later.
Yeah, the ghosts and spirits. And
And we just heard My Sunshine.
We did, and we need to acknowledge not only that song is written to Dad, but Dad actually got the demo EP recorded and sent back a new version of that song with him playing guitar riffs in it. So
Yeah, well, I actually recorded the song, the vocals and the guitar all at the same time, just through a USB microphone that I had, because I just wanted to send him this song that I'd wrote for him to, you know, kind of express myself in a way to him. And he sent me back this beautiful piece of work. You know, he'd done some amazing things I didn't even think of doing, and then put these beautiful guitar licks in there during the bridge. And so, you know, I'm sitting there listening to it, and he's like, I hope you don't mind. I'm like, oh, crying. I'm like, of course I don't mind. You know, it was a really lovely, beautiful experience, and that song's going to be on the EP dedicated to my dad, because I think it definitely has a place, you know, out there in the wider world for everyone to hear his talent.
You might have to get him to come along and be the guest guitarist
I
along
think
the way
he would
as well.
love that. He would love that.
I was going
If
to
I
say
can
he'd
get
be
him on
listening
the
to the other tracks that are going down and said, I know what to do there.
Yes. Oh, don't worry. He's going to be getting quite a few over the internet, and I'll be saying, okay, go forth and
Dad's got a bit of a writer in him as well, because you're telling me earlier one of the songs he's written is very, very well regarded around the blues traps.
yeah. My dad wrote "Get a Haircut" by George. He performed by George Thorogood. And I really spun out the first time I found out that piece of information, and I thought, oh, yeah, you know, whatever. But when I've actually seen him perform and met the people that know him through his music history, it just blows me away, the talent that he has. He's, you know, not only a really, you know, lovely, wonderful human being, but has just so much talent within him that hopefully I can suck some of that knowledge out of his brain.
Well, your dad's out there waiting right now for you to play us another song.
I think he is, yes.
So, we have one called Demon Fright.
Yes.
I'm Scared.
No, Demon Fright, it's not a scary song. It's actually about a bad dream that I had one time. And well done, Clayton. That was very well done.
Well, we've had the bad dream, now we'll have the song.
Yeah, thank you. This song's called Demon Fright.
I am the demon.
Oh, they come with their fangs and their big black eyes. They chase me down in the middle of the night, claw their way deep into my skin. Can't sleep now, can let the dream begin. Dream begin, dream begin. Demon fright, oh demon fright, don't you come for me, no, not tonight. Demon fright, oh demon fright, don't you come for me, no, not tonight, not tonight, not tonight. I saw the sprawling waterhead, he chased me down, sort of above his head. Where to run, nowhere to turn, so I run, I jumped, then you were gone, you were gone, you were gone. Looking on the covers under my bed, you're in my closet 'cause you're in my head. Got me dreading my sweetest sleep, oh imaginary man, won't you let me be, let me be, let me be, hey. Oh, demon fright, don't you come for me, no, not tonight. Demon fright, oh, demon fright, don't you come for me, no, not tonight. Demon fright, oh, demon fright, don't you come for me, no, not tonight. Demon fright, oh, demon fright, don't you come for me, no, not tonight, not tonight, not tonight.
Thank you.
There's enough out there to scare those demons away.
I hope
pumping
so.
like
That was the intention.
No problems. I've nearly crawled back into the corner. I sort of had to run away myself.
I'm not that scary. I'm quite nice.
Oh, no, it's just the demon in me. I had to run away. Never mind. Now, Candy Q, where can folks hear about what you're up to?
Well, I've got quite a few gigs coming up until June. So my next gig is on the 14th of March at the Duke of York out in the beer garden. So I'll be on 6:45 and I'll do an hour set. And then I've got a gig every month at the Duke of York. And then in June, I've got my first big gig at the Governor Hindmarsh. So, which is a very big, proud moment to go back there and actually get my first paid gig through them, considering that they're the ones that really started me on this road and helped guide me. You can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on MySpace, on Reverb Nation.
And that's Candy Q generally?
Yes, sometimes there's an X. With Facebook, there's an X in front of Candy Q because Candy Q had already been taken. So I consider it a little hug before Candy Q.
Aww.
Hug Candy Q, you know. But if you do look up Candy Q on Google, you'll find I come up on the first set of the search.
And, of course, there is that wonderful Radio Adelaide sponsor, DB Magazine, who does have gig guides.
Yes,
regularly.
you will find me in the gig guide. I've cut them all out with every gig I've been in.
And of course, you'll be in the Gov Gig Guide. And
Yes.
the Gov are so good about promoting people.
Absolutely.
They
I
have
think
faith in musicians.
I think the lady who booked me, Coral, she gave me so much information and said to me, you know, I really do want to have you on. You know, you've been working really hard and you've been, you know, really getting out there. And, you know, I've gone to places and said, don't pay me, just want to play. And she said to me, you know, I'd love to have you play here. Come and do an hour set or an hour and a half. And so I'm actually going to be bringing along my drummer with me as well, and hopefully a guitarist, another guitarist, and we're going to, you know, put on a really good rock show, but also, you know, mix it up with some other solo work that I've been doing, and try and just make it a really good mixed experience for everyone, you know, and getting out and supporting local live music is what it's about.
So that will be under the name Candy Q.
Absolutely.
So they'll see the big banners in DB.
Big picture of my face.
Rip it up and all that kind of stuff. Okay, thanks so much for coming in tonight and
Thank
telling
you
us
so
some
much
of
for
your
having
story
me.
and sharing those songs with us.
It's
And
been an absolute pleasure. Thank
the
you.
stories behind the songs. And yes, it's always our pleasure to have an artist in here talking about their music and their life.
And some live music
Live
as well.
music.
Live music,
We love
yeah,
live
so
music.
lucky. Yeah.
So, Crossing Tracks is on in a minute.
Yes.
So hang about if you're listening. It's going to be always the eclectic mix that Susie brings together.
And who have we got next week, Clayton?
We've got Heather Fran next week, although I'm not Clayton.
No,
you're
I'm
not
being a ventriloquist here.
No, you're the dummy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, ching ding. I need a little mini drum set for that one. That was good.
So Heather Fran's got the Conscious Music Festival coming up.
That's part of the Fringe. Did we just say that?
Yeah,
Whoa.
no, we didn't.
No,
But
we didn't.
yeah, it is part of the Fringe.
There you go. So
And
it's down south, and we'll be talking about that besides all of the other things that Heather gets up to.
Yes, and the Fringe opening on Friday night for anybody who's in
Yeah.
the city.
So have a very good Fringe, everybody. And we're going to go out with a couple of tracks tonight. We're going to start off with a track by Passenger, who is somebody I saw last Friday at the beginning of the Garden of Unearthly Delights. And I thought he was absolutely delightful, so we'll have a track from him, and also a track off that's off a CD that he's about to release this week or something. So, and he'll be back in April to play at Fowler's. So, if you like the track and you hear the name Passenger around, make sure you get down to the Fowler's for that. And the other track we'll play as we go out is a song called Deathbed Version by Joe Henry off his current Reverie album.
See you next week.
See you next week. Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much for
having me.
listening.
Be good to each other.
Thank you.
Thank you, Candy Q.